Welcome back, Pokefans, to part 24 of my Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. Last episode, we got our Medali gym, which in my case would be the 5th gym badge, and then we explored the Glacido Mountain, which was pretty huge by the way, and I think we still have a part of it to explore as well. This episode, I will go ahead and explore the rest of the Glacido Mountain and try to find the remaining trainers whom we are kind of searching for the sake of completing the request from the NPC in Pokemon Center. Once we do that, we can go ahead and challenge the next gym as well. Really excited to get my 6th gym badge. We are finally at the almost end of the storyline. We have only a couple of Team Star crew members to defeat, as well as only one of the Legends of Path Titans remaining. So definitely we are almost at the end of the game, but I am very excited on this one. I have been thinking about this and I definitely want to check out the Alfornada city, which I think we did visit way back before, and I want to go ahead and challenge the gym leader over there. It's kind of like an isolated city in the map, so if I do go ahead and just complete it before I come back here to Montenevera and go for the next gym, I feel like that would be much easier. Plus, I feel like the Pokemons in that gym would be around level 45, and since I am having Pokemons around that level, I can definitely go ahead and challenge that gym. So maybe we can make our way there today. But of course, I'm gonna be challenging all of these trainers in the Glacido Mountain. According to the NPC, at least 10 trainers. So I think we have a couple more left, maybe around 3 or 4 trainers left. So let me quickly defeat them before we leave Glacido Mountain. Alright, regarding the Alfornado city, if you haven't visited it before, all you have to do is go back to the place where you did defeat the Open Sky Titan and kind of go south from there. You do encounter a cavern which is called Alfornado Cavern, and going through that you'll be able to finally reach the city. I have gone through the cavern once, but I don't think I have battled the trainers over there. I do have to tell this, the trainers as well as wild Pokemon in that cavern are gonna be pretty high in level. So in case if you are not around level 40, I would definitely recommend not going there for now. Maybe train up your Pokemons around 2 to 3 levels and then try it. As far as I've seen, definitely there are some strong Pokemons in that area, and I think there is a small beach as well, but for now I won't be exploring them since I did explore them in a previous video. Although I am interested in kind of exploring the city itself and challenging the next gym over there. Right here I found another trainer, and these trainers are in the other side of Montenevera gym or Montenevera city itself. You do have to go through the path from a Pokemon Center that is in between the Glacido Mountain to make your way over there. It's kind of tricky, but I don't think I'll be able to completely explore this place. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few nook and crannies that you can kind of go to, but you don't really have any items over there. Probably you might have some of these potions or healing items that are laying around, but I think I'll just explore it offline as I do want to kind of move on forward with the game itself. This trainer did have a Camerupt, which is pretty cool. I do have a Numel in my box, but I'm yet to evolve it, so it's a Pokemon that is yet to record in my Pokédex. Definitely one of these days I do have to kind of evolve all of my Pokemons that I've got just to kind of record them in the Pokédex. I'm pretty sure we have around 400 Pokemons and I'm almost at 300, so I'm quite there. I just have a couple of Pokemons which I have got but haven't yet evolved. I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and explore in this game, especially if you are trying to complete the Pokédex. Because sometimes you do have like fully evolved Pokemons only appearing in certain places, and definitely they are pretty amazing and it's an easier way to fill up your Pokédex. Otherwise, you definitely do have to kind of catch their pre-evolution and evolve them. That is also possible, but sometimes if they do evolve with certain evolution stones, which are much harder to find in this game, I feel like it's an easier way to just catch their fuller evolutions. Alright, this trainer actually has a DNA, which is pretty cool. You'll be able to find them around I think it's the Fairy Brew area, so it's pretty easy to find them there. You can also find them near Medali City in case if you have gone through that path. Definitely go ahead and check it out there, you'll be able to find them. There we have it, we have defeated this trainer as well. The one thing that I do have a doubt on is if the trainer has a pop-up bubble which is in black color, maybe they will be the strongest trainer in the route. Now that's the theory I have, I'm not really sure if that's true. But I do see that most of the time in an area there's definitely one trainer who does seem to have a black color pop-up and they tend to be a bit more stronger. Right here it seems like we are coming up to another Pokemon Center, which is pretty cool. I believe that the path from the other side of the Pokemon Center is probably another way to come up this Glacido mountain, which personally I didn't take. I took the other path, so definitely this is a new path and this is the first time I'm actually exploring it. Right here, this trainer has a Tauros and it's actually the Violet version one. You'll be able to easily identify it because it has the twisted horn and it doesn't have the red stripes that the Scarlet Tauros actually has. It also has a 3 tails which are not kind of braided, so definitely it's a different look. I really think I like this one as well. It does give a bluish tint when it does attack, so it looks pretty cool and definitely another way of recording its data into our Pokédex. Sadly, we are not able to catch this one for now, so I definitely do have to wait for a bit more. Maybe once we do get the Pokemon home, I might be able to try and find it in the Pokemon Violet game and then try to actually catch it. Finally, this one was a Zoroark, which I did not really realize. But of course, she has the Tauros in her team and that's the reason why the Zoroark did kind of shift into it. But in this time, she's actually bringing out Miss Magius, which is pretty cool. I did go for Muscrada and I think it will be able to take her Pokemon down. Let me quickly go ahead and try using Night Slash. It's a really good move just because the attack stat of Muscrada is really good. And I feel like having both attack and special attack moves on Muscrada is pretty great. Definitely really excited for the upcoming gym battles. And here is the Tauros I was talking about. I personally like this design and I'm not really sure. Maybe it is a part water and fighting type in this game. That might be the case. But it definitely looks pretty amazing. Yep, it did have a super effectiveness against the grass type move. So I think it's a water and fighting type, which is pretty nice. Now that we have defeated her, let me look around. There should be another trainer around here whom we do have to battle as well. I would recommend running a bit careful around the Glacido mountain because sometimes you might encounter Guriwards like this. It's a bit annoying because they might be in a group and you never see them. Sometimes I actually mistook them for items on the ground and went ahead and just clicked on A around the Pokemon, which was pretty bad. But I think it's more difficult to see them in the morning. If the game is kind of in the night time like this, it's pretty easy to actually find them out. Right here was the next trainer who actually had a Staraptor, which is pretty nice. It's another Pokemon I am yet to add to my Pokédex, so I still have to kind of take this one down. Literally, I have a list of Pokemons that I need to kind of evolve and I'm just trying to kind of make some time for it. Maybe in the offline I can go ahead and just evolve them to add them to my Pokédex and show you guys the data later. Now that I've healed my Pokemons right here, I'll now be able to fly to this Pokemon Center, which by the way is quite important if you especially want to go ahead and challenge the Fairy Crew. So definitely quite helpful. Maybe after just defeating all of the gyms, I'll come back here and it will be easier to go from here. Alright, it seems like we have another Dragon Tamer right here. I am personally really in love with the outfit that Dragon Tamers actually have, and they seem to have some unique Dragon type Pokemon as well, which is pretty cool. Right here, she actually has a Altaria, for whom I did have to kind of switch into Artibax, but I was afraid that Altaria might actually take it down. So I finally decided to go with Kilowatt. Thankfully, it did avoid the Sing move, so I should be pretty fine. Going with this charge, I was quite lucky to almost take it down. I think in the next turn, we will be able to kind of take it down. Did go for Spark this time though, it's much easier with that move. Anyway, we have defeated this trainer as well. Really amazing. Now, although I might have completed the quest for the NPC by defeating 10 trainers, I do want to kind of look around before we go back there. Definitely this path is one of those unexplored ones, so I definitely want to look around. It seems like we came up to another of the 10 of Palia's kind of views. I really don't know what they say. 10 sides of Palia. Yep, that's it. And it's pretty nice. There's one more which for now we can't actually go to. It's kind of in the top of the Glacido mountain, and I think we'll be able to access it once we defeat the 5th and last Titan Pokemon. So probably I'll come back here after that. Of course, looking around this path, I was able to find another trainer that I missed, or in this case I would say this trainer is the first one I'm going through this path. So pretty nice. He actually has a Toxicroak. By the way, I really like Toxicroak. It's a poison and fighting type. Definitely quite powerful. But of course, you do have to be a bit careful on the psychic type moves, as it is 4 times super effective too. In this case, I was able to take it down in one hit with Armarouge. The second one is Cloutizer. I think I'll go for Kilowatt and try using an electric type move against it. Now, as far as my team members go, I feel like all of my team members are perfect for what I'm having currently. Although I don't have a fighting type Pokemon in my team, I feel like I'm still able to kind of take down most of these Pokemons just using my team members. But of course, in the future, if I do find a Pokemon with a fighting type which is pretty good fit for my team, I'll probably go ahead and add it. But for now, we have defeated this trainer. Now, moving back up the mountain, it seems like I think I have another trainer to actually battle, but before that, let me quickly pick up this item. Alright, there is the other trainer that was actually left. Once we defeat this trainer, I think we have defeated all the trainers in Glacido Mountain, and I think I'm pretty good with the quest for that. Okay, this trainer actually has a Jolteon, which is pretty nice. I think EV evolutions are one of those Pokemons whom we don't really see that often, and I feel like the only time I'm seeing these Pokemons are either on these some rarer few trainers, or these Pokemons as Terra Pokemons in the wild. So definitely it's pretty nice to see them on a trainer. Maybe one of these days we can just have a playthrough with just 6 EVs in our team and see how that goes. But of course, for now I think we are good with all of the trainers right here, and I'll make my way back to the Pokemon Center. Here we are talking to this NPC. He says that we have actually defeated 13 trainers, which is pretty nice, and we do get the TM for Blizzard, which is pretty cool. But of course, before we defeat the gym right here, let me make my way to Alfornada city and we can go from there. Now, there are a couple different Pokemons you can actually find right around the city, and I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and catch some of those Pokemons, especially if you're filling the Pokédex. You get different Pokemons at different times of the day here, so it is quite worth kind of looking around and trying to see if we can find some rare Pokemons around here. Alright, it seems like we do have couple different trainers to kind of battle here next to the Alfornada city as well. But of course, since I didn't challenge any of the trainers in the cavern itself, I'm not able to kind of get the item that he's asking for, or the number of trainers that he's actually asking to defeat. Maybe in the future when I do that, I think we'll be able to kind of get through it. After all, the NPC is asking us for 7 different trainers to be defeated, and I'm not really sure if we have that many trainers around the city itself. Of course, I think that would also include the trainers inside the cavern, but I'm not really sure. Now, I do remember there were a couple different trainers in the other side of the city, and I will just go ahead and challenge them as well. But before we challenge them, I will explore this part of the city. By the looks of it, this city is as small as Cortando City, so definitely there aren't that many buildings to kind of explore. I think all we can do is just look around the buildings and pick up all of the items that are available. Then go back to the gym building and see what kind of cutscene we can get next. Personally, to be honest, I'm really excited to see Nemona again. Pretty sure I want to have a battle with her, but let's see if we can. Alright, going to the other side of the city itself, it seems like we definitely do have a couple of terrorites right here. And we should have another site of Paldia right here as well. So here we are. Even though we do have a stone tower right here, we can't actually climb it. It's a bit weird. I think maybe the fact that it's a bit slanted is the reason why we are not able to climb it. I tried so many times and trust me, I wasn't able to climb this one. I believe that in order to go to the top of this tower, all you have to do is climb the cliff and jump down from there. I think that's an easier way to kind of explore the top of that tower. You will be able to find a path right next to the city as well that kind of goes up the cliff, in case you don't have the power to kind of climb the cliff itself. For now, I won't be exploring it. I'm more focused on the gym battle today, so I think that is what we're gonna do first. Right here, I actually found a Khalid, which is a very rare Pokemon, and I definitely did not want to kind of struggle and try to evolve a Kolia. So I think this is an easier way. You can actually encounter them right here in the morning time, so if you do go ahead and catch it, they are a rarer encounter, by the way. You can also find, I don't think you'll find Gardevoir, but you can also find Umbreon around here and some other really good Pokemon. So definitely it's worth kind of waiting for the night and day cycle in order to see which Pokemon you can actually find here. Alright, it seems like we have our next trainer, and okay, that is actually Bramblegast, which is the evolution of Bramblin. Pretty cool. And by the way, if you didn't know how to evolve it, all you have to do is run around with it for 1000 steps and level it up once to kind of evolve it. Pretty cool, interesting way to kind of evolve a Pokemon. And personally, I felt it was a bit annoying considering that you had to kind of run 1000 steps, which by the way in this game, if you are running slowly, will take over 5 minutes, and I think that was just the cons of it, but I think it's a pretty cool evolution either way. Right here we found a TM, which is Sludge Bomb. It's a really good TM. Probably I do have to teach it to my Cloudgyre at some point. Looking around, I think we'll have couple different trainers to battle as well. So I definitely do want to kind of battle them to see if we are coming up to 7 trainers. Here we have the Pokemon SQ, which is only available in the Pokemon Violet version. So if you are like me playing Pokemon Scarlet, then this is the only time we're seeing this Pokemon. You can get this Pokemon either from waiting for Pokemon Home to be introduced for these 2 games, or by, I think, trading it with some of your friends or by suppressed trade. I haven't really found it till now. I'm hoping I will pretty soon. If not, I think I do have to delay my completion of Pokédex until I get Pokemon home. Right here we have our next and final trainer around this area. He does have another form of Saucebuck, which is pretty cool. I think all forms of Saucebucks are really nice, especially the spring season one, which is right here. I think we haven't yet seen this one in the wild, but you might be able to find it around the city itself. It seems like my Kilowattler is actually learning Hurricane, which is an amazing move, by the way. So definitely I'm gonna be teaching it that move. The next Pokemon is a Golduck, which means I definitely do have to switch out. I think I'll try going into Kilowattler just for the sake of getting some EXP before we switch out into another Pokemon. To be honest, I'm really waiting for Artifacts right here to actually evolve. I think it will evolve around level 50, but of course it's already at level 53, so I think I'm wrong. Maybe it is a bit higher in level. I'm hoping at least around level 56, so that I will have its fully evolved Pokemon pretty soon. If not, it's a bit difficult to actually train it up. It does go down pretty easily for most of these moves, so I do have to be a bit careful when I train it up. The next Pokemon is actually a Pyroar. I think this is the first time we're seeing one with a trainer. You can actually find them in the wild pretty easily, so you don't have to really rev up your Litleo to kind of get it. But here it is, pretty cool. And I'm gonna be taking it down with a Earthquake. It is faster though. Cloudgyre is pretty slow. That is the only downside of it. It definitely is pretty strong, but being a bit slower does have its cons at some time. I think it is fine for most of the cases, just like this. But sometimes, having a better speed does help. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to increase its speed a bit more. Now that we have explored this area, let me make my way back to the city itself. We definitely still have to explore the city itself before we can actually challenge the gym. So I think I'm kind of excited about it. Definitely most of these cities will have a lot of items to pick up, so exploring is definitely the way to go. Of course, before we move on any further, I came back to talk to this NPC, and it seems like we have finally defeated 7 trainers. If you're wondering how I defeated 3 trainers before, I actually explored a small beach which you can actually find if you jump down the cliff right here, and you'll be able to actually find 3 trainers around it. Of course, as I said before, this city is pretty small, so collecting items is pretty easy right here. I did also check the rooftop of these cities or these buildings to make sure that I haven't really missed any item, but it seems like I haven't. If I did, I'll go back and get those items as well. Most of these buildings are literally inaccessible for us, so we can definitely ignore trying to kind of going inside them. Found a couple different TMs and items on this tower right here, where we probably will have our gym battle as well. And nothing else. Pretty cool. Now that we already have the gliding power, it's pretty easy to kind of travel. Jumping on top of this circle, I was able to kind of glide through and easily go down. I'm just having a second look on the city just to make sure that I have kind of picked up all of the items before going back to the Pokemon Center to kind of heal up my team members. And I think we are finally ready for the gym battle, the gym test itself. So let us quickly make our way to the gym building, which I think is the only building we can actually enter in this city. There we go. Entering the gym building, we have Professor Jacques. Hello, Dash. How goes your treasure hunt? Figure out what you're hunting for yet? I think we have. That's great. Look at you, knowing exactly what you're after. Many students choose to make the gym circuits a part of their treasure hunt. It's no easy feat, but even making the attempt is a worthwhile experience. That's why I was waiting here, to make sure you know your homeroom teachers got your back. And he gives us the lucky egg. This should be handy for your treasure hunt. I hope you'll keep working on the Pokédex of yours too, since I did make the app and all. That's all for me. Just do your best and keep out of danger, okay? Pretty nice. I am very happy that he did give us the lucky egg. Not that I'm gonna be using or giving it to my Pokemon right away, but I think that was pretty cool. If you have a Pokemon like my Artibax, probably Zuelis and all, definitely giving it the lucky egg will be pretty helpful in leveling it up and evolving as well. For now, it seems like we have to do emotional spectrum practice, which is an exercise, as a part of the gym test. Quite interesting. Okay, let's actually make our way out and see what the gym test exactly is. I think each and every gym test in this game is pretty cool and really creative. Right here next to the gym building, it seems like we have another of our teacher right here. So let's talk to her. Ush, welcome new kid. This is where we do emotional spectrum practice. Why is your battling study teacher here at Pokemon Gym working as an instructor, you ask? Yeah. Well, I've been friends with the gym leader here, Tulip, since we were kids. We decided to have a Pokemon battle with a special rule. The loser has to do what the winner says. So we battled and, well... Look, never mind what happened. Point is, this is a chance to get both a workout in and help my friend when I don't have classes. The rules of emotional spectrum practice, or ESP for short. I'll show you a certain move and all you have to do is copy it. Okay. And of course, we are ready for the gym test itself. For this test, mostly you'll be kind of using your right controller, so you don't really have to bother about the left one. And the rules are pretty simple as well. So let's see if we can pass this gym test. Here we go. She is gonna be showing us the emotional spectrum range. And I think we do have to kind of click the button within the timer. Let's see how the gym test goes. Alright, here we are. 3, 2, 1, and start. Of course, we have a couple different buttons, and like I said before, this is from the right controller. All you have to do is just click on the YXDA button based on the anger kind of spectrum that she's actually showing. Again, pretty easy and definitely a unique gym test. I actually found it really fun. And let's quickly see if we can kind of go through this gym test as fast as possible. There we go, we have finished the first round. Let's see what she has to say. That was awesome! I cannot stop grinning after witnessing such perfect power of expression. That's enough of a warm-up. Now let's really put on those muscles to work with a Pokemon battle. Okay, it seems like we definitely have a Pokemon battle in between. Here is our first trainer. Of course, she is gonna have a Psychic type Pokemon. If you have guessed it, this is actually a Psychic type gym. If you have a Ghost type Pokemon or I think a Dark type Pokemon in your team, this gym is pretty easy. In my case, I have Armor Roots, so I shouldn't have too much of in trouble. we go, we were able to defeat that Pokemon. The next one she is having is actually a Curlia, and I actually decided to go ahead and switch into Tinkaton. You can also use your Fairy or Steel type Pokemon, that is pretty cool as well. Now, in case if you're kind of battling a Curlia or a Gardevoir, I would definitely recommend using a physical type move, just because they don't really have that good of a defense and it's way easier to kind of take him down instead of using a special attack move. There we go, we were able to take down the Curlia as well. Very nice. Now that we have defeated this trainer, I think we'll have another emotional spectrum kind of level as well. So we do have to go through it once more. I think I'm actually ready for that as well. So let's go ahead and see how that goes. I'm really hoping we can actually pass this gym test in the first go as well. I definitely think you guys will enjoy this music, so I'll go ahead and keep quiet for this round. There we go, we have finished this round as well. Pretty amazing. As usual, we will have another trainer to go against, so I think we have him coming up as well. Of course, I think this is the last trainer we have to battle before we challenge the gym leader, so I am definitely excited about this. There we go. He has a Grumpig, which is another new Pokemon for me. At least for the fact that I haven't had it in my Pokédex. Of course, I did decide to go into Tinkaton for this one. I think it's much easier rather than using my Armarouge because it is a part ghost type. And of course, when I just kind of switch out, luckily it actually used Power Gem, which would have been super effective on my Armarouge. There we go. At least my Tinkaton has leftovers, so it can actually heal itself. Going with knockoff did a really good damage on the Grumpig, but I think I do have to kind of take it down in the next turn. As usual, none of the moves from Grumpig is gonna be super effective on Tinkaton. Hence, I kind of feel like I should probably use it in the gym battle, but let's see how that goes. There we have it. We have defeated the Grumpig as well. Let's see if this trainer has another Pokemon. And it seems like he does. Alright, he has a Medicham, which is pretty nice. I think we should be still pretty good, so I did go with Artibax right here. Let's see if we can take down the Medicham with it. I mean, I do have to be a bit careful, even though Medicham is part fighting type. By the way, Medicham is part fighting type and psychic type, so it's pretty cool. Recently, Artibax did learn Crunch, so I'm really happy about that. We can still use it to kind of take down some of these Pokemons. Using Crunch once more, we are able to take down the Medicham as well. I think this trainer might have another Pokemon, and the last one is actually an Indeedee. It's another new Pokemon that we are yet to encounter, and I think we will encounter it at the end of the game. So I'm really excited about this one. Definitely need to catch it as well to fill my Pokédex. There we go. We have defeated this trainer as well. Pretty nice. Let's see if we have actually passed the gym test. That does matter for me. I'm really hoping. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Artifax is actually evolving. I was not expecting that. I guess it evolves at level 54. And finally we have a Bascalibur. Pretty nice name. And it is actually gonna be pretty strong and definitely a really good team member for me. It also learns a new move which is called Glide Rush. I think I'll go ahead and teach it this move. For now, I think I'll remove Ice Beam since its special attack stat is nothing near the attack stat right there. I mean, 200 attack is a really good thing, and I think having physical type of moves on Braxcalibur is gonna help me a lot. Talking to our teacher Dendra right here, she's gonna tell us that we have passed the gym test. Pretty amazing. So now that we have passed the test, I think we can finally go back to the gym and let them know that we can actually challenge the gym leader herself, which is pretty cool. There we go. We get the stamp for this as well. And we are finally gonna make our way back to the gym building. Now, although I think this gym is gonna be pretty easy, I am actually interested to see what kind of Pokemon the gym leader will actually have. I'm just gonna make my way to the Pokemon Center and heal up my team members before we challenge the gym leader, just to make sure that I'm fully ready for this. Back in the gym building, let's quickly talk to this NPC or the receptionist right here. And now that we have completed the gym test, we are finally able to go ahead and get the new dialogue for challenging the gym leader, Tulip. I am very excited for this. So let's quickly make our way to the battle court and see how it goes. Here we are, and it seems like, ooh, I suppose you're right. Okay, I'll get things moving here on my end. Let's keep the tagline simple, naturally beautiful. And order the new eyeshadow color too, would you? Seems like that is the new gym leader right there. Thanks, you're a doll. Gotta run now, chat with you later. And here she is. Hello there, I'm Tulip, the gym leader. Though I must tell you that being a makeup artist is my main line of work. Dendra has nothing but praises for you. She said you totally slayed out there. Hey, I must say you're a cute challenger, Dash. I'm sure my ESP exercise made you all the more beautiful. Doesn't that make you happy? Oh. You keep your Pokemon beautiful and clean as well. I see you have quite the aesthetic sense. Appearance is equally important for both people and Pokemon. I think that's true. Makeup is like magic. Anyone can use it to change their appearance. Allow me to put up my skills to make your cute little Pokemon even more beautiful. Alright, I guess we are finally being challenged by the gym leader Tulip. She does start with a Firafirig, which is pretty nice. I did actually start with Bascalibur just to see how strong it actually is. It does have crunch and should be able to at least take down this Pokemon in one hit. And there we go. We are pretty powerful right now and I'm so happy about this. Alright, the next Pokemon is actually a Gardevoir. And I think I'll still go ahead and try to defeat it with my Bascalibur. Of course, my Dragon type move won't work on it since it is a part Fairy type. And that is also the reason why it was able to survive my crunch. But of course, I was able to take it down in 2 hits, so that is pretty fine. Alright, the next Pokemon she is gonna bring out is actually Espetra, which is the newer Pokemon in this game. It is a psychic type Pokemon only, and I think we should be able to take it down with another crunch. There we go, we have defeated it as well. The last Pokemon I think is gonna be her final Pokemon, kind of like her partner. And it's actually a Flojus, which is pretty cool. For this one, I will go ahead and switch into Tinkaton. And let's see if we can actually defeat it with it. I definitely feel like this gym battle has been quite easy till now. And I am really excited to go ahead and get our 6th gym badge. Now, her Flojus is gonna be the red flower Flojus, which is pretty cool. I am gonna be trying and using a steel type move to take it down. Of course, she is gonna be terrestrializing her Pokemon, which I should have realized. I mean, steel type move can still work, but I think the crunch or knockoff would have done much better damage on it. But of course, let's see how much the flash cannon does. Not bad, but definitely I do have to kind of use a different move this turn. Although I do have to say that its move didn't really do too much of a damage on me either. Let me try using knockoff, and that was a pretty good damage. I think I'm gonna go for that move once more. We should be able to take down the Flojus in this turn and get our 6th gym badge. So this has been pretty amazing battle. I think it was straightforward since we were able to take down most of our Pokemons in one hit. And there we go. We have defeated the Flojus as well. I really like Flojus design. It is quite unique and it's a really unique Pokemon for me because of the color of the flower itself. You definitely have different flower colors. I believe we have white, yellow and orange with the red one. And blue as well. So definitely pretty nice. I lost the battle. And your beauty rivals even my own. I can't believe it. You're quite splendid. Yes, truly amazing. Perhaps I should take you under my wing before you make your big break elsewhere. But I suppose I need to work on myself a little more first before I run off and do such a thing. You have earned my gym badge. Allow me to strike one of my best poses to give it to you. And there we go. We have finally got our 6th gym badge as well. Also, that is a pretty interesting pose, by the way. It's definitely quite tricky. And now that we have got our 6th gym badge, we can catch Pokemon up to level 50, which is pretty cool. Since we have kind of completed the goal for this episode, I do want to go back to Glacido Mountain and let's see if we can explore it a bit more. I'm pretty sure there is a huge part of the mountain that I've yet to explore as well. So we can probably end out this episode by exploring a bit more. Also, I really like the design of this gym leader. It definitely shouts out psychic types, so pretty nice on that as well. We have 2 more gyms left, and as far as I've seen, one is gonna be a ghost type gym and the other one is gonna be a ice type gym. But before that, we have Hazel right here. I was watching your battle with the gym leader from the sidelines, and I must say, I thought it was simply excellent. Full marks, golden star, extra credit even. Hardly had you sent out your Baxcalibur before you launched into your strategy. I feel like this guy is just funny. That unrelenting offensive, that fury of attack, what an efficient way to corner your opponent. And what artful trained Pokemon, such vibrant palette of moves. I do beg your pardon, I didn't mean to let my emotions run amok like that. In summary, I simply wanted to say that you seem to have gotten even stronger. I must admit, I'm eager for you to gather all the gym badges. As a member of the Elite Four, I await the day you come to face me with great anticipation. I see. Oh, but one more thing. Don't let your studies fall back wayside. Be sure to come to the academy now and then. That is definitely one thing we have not done yet. I mean, the last time I went to the academy was for the midterm exams and I haven't went back there again. Definitely we do have to go through it at some point. But for now, we have completed our 6th gym badge or the 6th gym battle, and it's time for us to go back to the Glassy Dome Mountains. Since we do have the gliding feature, I am completely enjoying this. It is so fun to glide around from a higher place. And this seems to be an area that I have yet to explore, so I just made my way here. Look at that, we do have another trainer here, and she does have the black colored pop-up, so definitely she seems to be a bit stronger. Let's really check out if she is stronger in that case. Alright, this is a artist and she starts off with a Flogis. This one's actually the white flower one, and I do have to say I really like it. But of course, Armarouge is really not the Pokemon to kind of go against it. I did have to switch into Tinkaton. Let's see if we can take down the Flogis as soon as possible. I think Tinkaton needs a different steel type move at some point. The current move that it has is pretty good. Flash Cannon is a really good move, but I feel like special attack move is not really the one for Tinkaton. It definitely needs a physical type move, which is much better. In this case, I think we did pretty good damage on Flogis. We definitely need another turn to kind of take it down. But of course, we are able to defeat it as well. Let's see which is the next Pokemon on this trainer. She has a Brackish, which I think is a water type Pokemon. For now, I will keep Tinkaton up in front and try to take it down like this. I did go with Skittersmack. It is a really good move and we were able to almost one-shot that Pokemon. Not bad. I think definitely Tinkaton is a really good Pokemon and a really good addition to my team. Of course, the grassy terrain is still up and it seemed to kind of heal our team members as well. But I really wish it wasn't there. I think that is one of the issues with some of the grass type Pokemon in this game, where they have the ability to kind of have grassy terrain up in front whenever it gets hit. Right here, Armarouge is learning a new move, but I think I will keep the current move set. At least that was what I was thinking, and I just asked it for advice. As you can see, it did say the same thing what I was expecting as well, so I'm pretty happy about it. The last Pokemon is actually a Grimmsnarl, and that actually kind of helps my theory. I think the people with the black pop-up were definitely strong trainers. Alright, let's try and take down the Grimmsnarl as well. This time I did switch into Cloudzyre. We should be able to take it down with a Sludge Wave, or probably 2 Sludge Waves in case if I'm not able to take it down in one hit. Never mind. Grimmsnarl doesn't really have that good of a defense, so we were able to take it down in one hit. Now that we have defeated this trainer, I will continue exploring a bit in the offline, and if I do find another trainer, I'll go ahead and show you guys that as well. Well, flying around once more, I was able to find a small path which I had not explored. So just making my way down there. It's a bit easier to glide down rather than kind of running around with my Koraidon, and it has been pretty amazing. Alright, here is the path I was talking about. It definitely seems like we have a small path on the mountain right here, which I have yet to actually explore. So let me look around and see if we have any trainers around here. Although I must say we did find a Revroom, which is pretty cool. It is a Pokemon that I have yet to catch, so let me see if I can actually catch it right here. At least it does have burn status, so we should be having an easier time catching it. Although I am just trying to kind of bring its health down a bit more before I can try using a Pokeball. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and try using a Great Ball. And we were able to catch it. Alright, there we go. Another new Pokemon added to our Pokédex. Pretty nice. And of course, apparently the spawn thing happens again where I just continuously get, into battles with random Pokemons because of the way they spawn. Looking around, I actually found another of these mysterious wards in the ground. Let me go ahead and pull this stake out. I think this is the first one I'm seeing in a blue color, which I think is pretty cool. Jumping down here, we find our next trainer. Let's see at what level this trainer is gonna be. I believe he is gonna be at a bit lower in level, but I think this is something with exploring. Maybe I did miss this place. Yep, he does have his contact at level 36, which is quite low. Definitely, I think I missed this part when I was exploring. Pretty fine. He does have two other Pokemons. The next one being a Grafaiai, which is a poison and normal type. Pretty cool Pokemon, and I think you definitely do have to have a poison type Pokemon in your team, especially considering that there is a Team Star crew who does have only fairy type Pokemons. Pretty easy to have a poison type Pokemon in your team and pretty helpful as well. In my case, I do have Cloudgyre, but I think Grafaiai is a really good Pokemon as well. Anyway, now that we have completed exploring this small area right here, I think I'll make my way back to the Pokemon Center. Unless I do find something else while exploring right here. Although I do feel like this was a small dead end that you could have explored at some point, but I think I was not able to actually explore it. This is right next to the Poison Crew base, so I think this is right next to Zapico City. Yep, that's where this actually comes. So that's the reason why I was not actually exploring that part. It's because I never explored anything near Zapico City, and I think this is the first time I'm actually looking at it. But that's all I think we have for now. Just a couple of items and a couple TMs that you can also kind of get through your TM machines as well. Let me make my way back to the Pokemon Center all the way up. We do have 2 more gyms left, and I'm actually planning to kind of defeat them both in one single episode. So if you're excited about it, check out the next episode. It's gonna come out tomorrow. For now, I think that's all I had for this episode. So thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you like my videos. If you like to support me more, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.